Right, you ready? 11 pipers piping, 10 lords a leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 gold rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. That's the 11. God, that was a mouthful, wasn't it? Right. 3 cards, past, present and future, or the situation, the way to deal with it, and the outcome. Let's see. Give them a proper shuffle so we don't expect anything. There's the bells. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That didn't happen for no reason. Right, so 17. Aquarius. Stop wasting your time, effort, breath, energy on something that is never going to change. You are wasting your time, banging your head against a brick wall. It is now time to follow your true path, which in the past you were doing. This is Aquarius, your 11th house, your true life purpose. The Canada Goose, which is in flight, is lucky. The David Star, so the name David. Also Fred. It's about the ankles and legs, healing. It's about not dimming your light. And they want you to keep that up. There will be a reunion, perhaps someone from the past, nostalgic memories. 6 months, children, siblings, fond memories of the past. And then Jack. Jack, poor Jack, the outcome. Slogging your guts out if you carry this on with no life besides work. That's all you've got is work. Money. What we want to do is keep it that way. When we get outside, we have a chance of escaping. This is you leaving yourself in the past. And all you've got is the memories. Because you're wasting your time in a situation that's never going to change. That's what the future has for you, the next 8 years. Devoid of anything except hard work, slog. Yes, maybe profit, but you don't see any love in this. So, let's see then what they want to tell us. Keep your light shining bright. Don't lose hope. You had hope in the past. I don't know what happened, but the hope is not there. It's just a memory. Sadly. The vine, mooing. You need to go within, relax, and think deep, because this situation is massively important. It's also the fingers crossed from the runes, the same mark. the letter M, but it is not in here for some reason. Oh yes, it is. There it is, mooing. The foot. So the feet, ankles and legs. Put your best foot forward. 107, which without the 0 would be 17. Almost, Spirit, almost. So wherever you see the 1 and the 7, massively important. We had the 7th house, I believe, today of Libra. So the moon, the 10th moon, the place on the hand, the base of the joint of the thumb. There it is. Mars. And your free will. So war, which we're battling, and you trying to have freedom. Because if you don't lose hope, there will be hope, healing and freedom. Don't leave your hope in the past. The stone, variegated, speckled, mubract, an amethyst. The bird is the titmouse, the goddess Danu and the muses. The symbol, the spiral, your DNA. The message is inspiration. The musical note is the high G. The planet is Venus, to love and war. The word Urgam is love, esteem, but trickery, communication, strongest of powers, path of the voice, back, na, ox. So Taurus and those born in the year of the ox. Affection of man. Muin is the 10th consonant. In Celtic countries, there was a ban on eating blackberries because of the fairies. It is a tree of joy, exhilaration, and wrath. The vine is also called a bramble in Britain, as vine is not native there. It is the vine of Dionysus, the bringer of visions. It is the coming of autumn and the decline of growth that leads to winter's sleep. The season includes the autumn equinox, the fruiting of the dream world in the introspective, sleep of the turn of the year. So introspection, relaxing and depth. Vine is a symbol of intertwining of the consciousness and unconscious mind. It is a sign of liberation, freedom from inhibitions. It is a gentle and systematic release from the constraints of your logic and rationality. Moon is divine inspiration and channeled creativity. So maybe he's creating something there, something of value. Vine tells you that the inner key to your problem awaits an inspired solution. The truth is shining from within you and from beyond. You are challenged to follow your intuitive instinct. The common names are blackberry, bramble, cloudberry, dewberry, goutberry, high blackberry and thimbleberry. It's a trailing perennial. The white 5-petal flowers appear from June to September. It grows in dry or sandy soil, along woodland edges, hedgerows and along roadsides. And we talked about boundaries today again. So, leaves and roots have long-standing home remedy for cholera, anemia and for regulating menses, diarrhea and dysentery. Prolonged use of the tea is also beneficial for enteritis, chronic appendicitis and upset stomach. It is said to have expectorant properties as well. The fruit and juice are taken for anemia, and using a standard infusion can be applied externally as a lotion, reported to be good for psoriasis and scaly conditions of the skin. I am a hill of poetry. I have been a spotted snake on a hill. This year is the year of the snake. I am a skilled artist. Maybe, like I said, he's an artist. Of this moon, Amagan sings, I am a hill of skilled ones. Those who followed a creative path in early Ireland were called the people of skill. This included those who attended bardic schools and learned to apply their skills to the service of their tradition. So Irish traditions. As a result, their tradition was enriched and grew through their sharing with each other. So sharing. They compared ideas and techniques and learned by doing as those who preceded them. So listening to those older than you who know the old ways. Their teachings and ways are carried forward today in groups such as ours by word of mouth. The bards held regular assemblies where they recited their poetry, shared their art, and held captive those who sat and listened, and also scrutinised by those who considered more learned than they, so perhaps craft fairs. This was done during the harvest season, since the energies that had gone into making public a finished work of art were quite similar to the process of reaping and storing the crops. All living creatures were preparing for coming season of death, storing food, powering down, or travelling to warmer regions, so travelling markets perhaps. We who are human often imitate them on a deeper level by sharing the results of our creativity that serve as food for the soul. The roots of our creativity could be our children. Of course, there are many different types of creative activities in human community and many different ways in which they may be shared. As the moon waxes, we gather what we have learned well, which we can speak of clearly, and get ourselves ready to be blown once more by the same wind that breathed the creative spirit into us during the ash moon, now ready to show the results of our creativity. So it may be something that you've been working on for 8 years. On the full moon, we will open ourselves to the full sharing of our innermost dreams, so probably beginning of January then, and aspirations, which others, so wishes and dreams, enjoy the spirit of community under the light of the full moon, knowing the fullness of our many blessings. And finally, as the moon wanes, we hold to ourselves this inner richness gained from sharing. Hey the gift, ho the gift, so a gift may be coming. Hey the gift of the living. Queen of dawn, queen of clouds, queen of planets, queen of the star. Queen of the rain, queen of the dew, queen of the well, queen of the sky. Queen of the flame, queen of the light, queen of the sphere, queen of the globe. Queen of the elements, queen of the heavens, queen of the moon, queen of the sun. On the earth, in the air, through the fire, by the water, I am ecstasy, divine moon's daughter. The 9 muses, so number 9 again, are the Greek goddesses of inspiration, learning the arts and culture. According to Hesiod Theogony, Zeus lay with Mnemosyne, memory, so there's the memories, for 9 days. That's 9 days. Well done, Spirit. And she gave birth to the muses, the children, who rejoiced their bright dancing place on Mount Helicon. 9 voices united in one song. So there may be 9 countries, 9 leaders. In ancient times, all learning was under the patronage of the muses, and they were inspired of poetry, music, and art. It was common for schools to have a shrine to the muses, and any place dedicated to them was known as the museum, the source of the word museum. So I'm pretty sure that Oxford and Cambridge have them, but I'm not certain. When Plato founded the academy, he dedicated a shrine to the goddess of learning, so schools and universities. Aristotle's school, the Peripatus, also possessed a shrine which contained statues of the muses. The famous Museum of Alexandria, founded by Ptolemy I, was a temple of learning dedicated to the muses. Before poets or storytellers would recite their work, it was customary for them to first invoke the inspiration and protection of the muses. So maybe you're going to see a play or listen to some poetry, a poetry night. Danu is also known as Dwan, the Irish Dana, the Greek Dion, and the Welsh Don, and Anu. She is also called Mother of the Gods, Great Mother, and Moon Goddess. Her name means teacher and wisdom. So somebody may be a teacher. It is said that Danu is the power of the land, never to be overcome by mortals. Her power is in the imagination of those who see magic in the twilight mist between the worlds. Her powerful presence can aid you in achieving anything you desire, your wishes and dreams, especially motherhood, fertility, healing, children, magic, and anything creative. So if you've been waiting for 8 years to conceive, don't give up hope. As Mother of Gods, she was patron goddess of Tuatha De Danann. The Tuatha De Danann, the people of the goddess Danu, became the gods and goddesses of the sons of Miller. After they were driven underground, the Tuatha De Danann became known as the Fae and were said to inhabit the She. Is a magical place underneath the large mounds in Ireland. Danu is not only the fairy queen, she is the goddess of water. Her name appears all across Europe, the Danube River, Denmark, and the Don River. What do they call Shakespeare's Queen of the Fairies? Can't remember, but that seemed important. In the beginning, it is said, I need to find out that. Let's have a look. Shakespeare's Queen of the Fairies. Oh, phone's dead. See if it comes on. Goddess of water in Ireland. Danu is not only the Queen of the Fairies, she is a goddess of water. Her name appears all across Europe. I'm going to find that card. The Danube River, Denmark, and the Don River. In the beginning, it is said that she watered the first oak tree from the heavens and granted life of the earth. The oak tree is Taurus. From that tree fell 2 acorns, which grew to be Dagda and Brigid. St. Bridget's Day is the day that I started my Facebook page, the Soul Pull. A swan is symbolic of hair, and we had how many swans? 11 pipers piping, 10 lords are leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids are milking, 7 swims, 7, so the number 7 again. Shakespeare's Queen of the Fairies, let's have a look. You'll all be screaming it at me, won't you? It's trying to wake up. Shakespeare's. I know the King's Oberon, isn't it? Titania. There we are. And we've got a titmouse as well, so that's right, Titania. Oh, golly. This one is symbolic of hair, and it's also Aquarius, and it's also widows and divorcees, representing purity of the female and gracefulness of the motherhood. In County Kerry, so the name Kerry could be important as well, there is a Paps of Anu, connecting Danu to the land of the very ancient way. Our ancestors worshipped the land in the form of a gentle mother. The letter M, mitten, titmouse, mabracht, variegated. Why is the titmouse in the next place not hard? Amagan sang this month. So, I am a hill of poetry, and this is the month of the poet, who is the least easily abashed of men. As the titmouse is the least easily abashed of birds, both band together, so confidence in companies in this month, and go on circuit in search of liberal hand, so travelling entertainers. And as the titmouse climbs spirally, so it could be a band or a group, up a tree, so the poet also spirals to immortality. Variegated is the colour of the titmouse and the master poet's dress. The boisterous, friendly titmouse is usually heard before it is seen, sometimes called Tom Tit, so the name Tom, in the south, and the saucy little bundle of nervous energy bounces through the treetops, so ADHD or something like that. Peter, 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 so there's another name, Peter, and brothers, attorney intruder, siblings. In the territory. The word titmouse is derived from Old Icelandic titter, meaning something small, and mouse. We had a mouse the other day, the other cat, didn't we? A corruption of the Old English mace, meaning small bird. Two forms of the tufted titmouse appear in Texas. The tufted titmouse. Texas was in Astral DJ yesterday or today. And the black-crested titmouse. They both feed on an assortment of small insects, spiders, seeds, and small berries. They form long-term pair bonds, and the male feeds his mate through the breeding season while she incubates the eggs. The tufted titmouse can be quite acrobatic as it searches for insects. It is often found hanging upside down from branches and can often be seen descending the trunk of a tree in a spiral pattern. Amethyst, me and Elaine was talking about that, is a powerful crystal and has a wide range of metaphysical uses. Amethyst is said to bring serenity. It has been called the stone of contentment. It is soothing and calming. This makes it a good stone for meditation. Its shielding power can ward off negative energies while attracting and amplifying positive ones. Amethyst is a good stone to help you cope with sadness and grief. It provokes honesty and uprightness. This makes amethyst a good stone for those people in the business world, though everyone can benefit from its effects. Amethyst also stimulates inspiration. It can help you assimilate new ideas and can help open pathways to your true higher self. This makes it a good stone for those seeking spiritual growth. In antiquity, the word amethyst was indiscriminately applied to almost any purple gemstone, including purple garnet, purple sapphire. The word means not drunken because purple stones are accredited with the ability to keep drinkers sober no matter how much wine they consume. A late myth describes amethyst as a nymph who loved the wine god. When he scorned her, amethyst withered and hardened into stone that would always oppose the effects of the wine. So, Methodists perhaps, because they don't do alcohol, do they? Anybody that abstains. Okay. So, we'll leave it at that, and I'll go in the hunt of the Lady of the Jade Skirt, and I'll post it for you in the posts. So thanks for listening. Speak soon. Bye-bye.